So I don't really have a name for this yet. Interview with strangers is kind of the running title. Um, my name is John. Your name is Steve.
And or Steve. It's okay.
Okay. All right. So do you normally? We've already kind of had a little pre-discussion, but do you normally just go on Craigslist and talk to random strangers and meet them in public
No,
places?
I mean I posted one time before, and because I was interested in like taking photos with other people, and I'd never had taken that approach or like been on Craigslist, other than like finding maybe job opportunities or anything other than meeting people specifically for like an artistic purpose. I guess is the
Mm.
best way to kind of put it. Um, I did it once before overall. You know, what I mean, I posted once before, and it wasn't written really well, and it seemed slightly sketchy. So I tried again, so I went more for a more charismatic approach, and then I had two people write back to me. You were one of the people that wrote back to me, and you were the most promising. Like, you look real. And
I'm not a bot. I don't want your money.
yeah, no doubt. So yeah, that kind of worked out, and you lived close, and you wanted to come and have an interview, and I was like, I mean, when's the last time I did something for the first time? So I was like, yeah, so might as well do it. And I rode my bike because I live close. So.
Now, when I grew up, like the whole internet don't trust stranger danger and everything, and
Mm-hmm.
is that something you grew up with as well?
Well, like of course, like my parents told me, don't put yourself in situations that like involve people you don't know or go places. This is an open park. Number one, that's why like even when like buy things off Craigslist, it's open spaces, places where like no one's gonna kidnap me. You know what I mean? I can defend myself. Um, there was a grander approach to this. Say the question again.
It's just my growing
Oh,
up, you get warned about the
oh.
strangers on the internet and danger, and I had an ex-girlfriend that when she was like 12, like met some 35-year-old dude in a park,
Uh-huh.
and that's just like whoa,
Yeah. Yeah, that's a huge age difference too. You know what I mean? And you
yeah.
sounded older, so I was like, all right. You know what I mean? And also like, I mean, I'm not acting like a badass, but I feel like I can defend myself mentally and physically, and like, if you were to tell me, yeah, let's go deep into the forest, I have this thing set up here to be like, yo, let's just do it on the bench.
Yeah.
It's supposed to look like this.
Are you from Miami?
Yeah, totally born in Miami. Born in Hialeah. Yeah, I'm a Miami person by nature, but.
Did, have you ventured outside
Event.
much?
I mean, I used to work with a company. Let's put it this way, and I used to drive for them. And I traveled from California to Miami twice, and then I went to like New York. And I was basically driving to drop off vehicles and things of that nature. A legitimate business, a very, very legitimate, well-known, probably one of the most well-known companies. But like, I don't want to get too far into it. But yeah, absolutely. And it was really cool.
And you continue to stay in Miami? Like you just love it
Um,
here, or is it home? More just the home factor, or
No, I was gonna move actually. I was gonna move about three, four, like 4 weeks ago to New York. But I guess the term is love and loss and distance and things change. So I decided to stay back in Miami, which has been super fruitful. Everything's been pretty wonderful with working, doing cinematography and videography for myself, which is a company that I have called Rock and Box Films. ROTT and Box Films. Yeah, and then it's been very fruitful. So I decided to stay and venture out as far as I can, business wise, and freedom wise.
and so like you're a bike enthusiast, I take it,
I wouldn't
or
say enthusiast. I just really enjoy riding bike, and it's something that I encompass a lot. I have an Instagram called Fix City, FXD City. We have shirts with my logo on it. I mean, yeah, I just like to ride, and I like to, usually gravitate towards people who do ride bike. It's a very positive community. People that I know, I respect. They respect me as well. I speak highly of the bicycle community, and I just like to ride bike, and it kind of like mixed into my personal life, and I started making stickers, and yeah, an enthusiast that'd be pretty intense. Like I don't know any increasing amount about bikes, but I just I know they work.
so you're not the guy buying the $2,000 bikes at the bike shop?
I would love to, I mean, that's situational, I would love to, absolutely. I'd love to get like an amazing, amazing, amazing bike that I would be more inclined to ride. But my bike's excellent, I mean, it takes me here, it takes me there, and yeah, it's a nice breakaway.
Cool, man.
Busy life.
So where does the interest in the photo and video world come from?
Um, I guess I've been asked this question a million times, coincidentally, and I feel like the best thing is like yeah, I have a lot of photos of when I was young, but you know, I always feel like it's pretty intense to like look at a photo and see like what was going on and what happened, and sometimes like I feel like I create those moments like like my parents created it for me to see like how I looked and what I was doing, a funky shirt I was wearing, like my hairstyle, because I used to be like my dyed my hair blonde when I was young, just things to capture a moment to say it happened, kind of thing. And I remember, working with clients and stuff when I first started doing videography, and then like I can see the expressions on people's faces and how exciting people get because like you made something for them, and now their business is either more successful or more visible to their niche audience, and it's really exciting because I feel like it's just I like to sell we sell feelings, When you watch a movie, you feel something. When you watch a commercial, you feel something. So yeah, it's just I like that feeling. That's why the video. Just
Oh, what was the first camera
my first camera.
and how old?
I mean, I got into the digital world. Like that was it. Like that was my digital world. Like I had like little web cameras, and I'd mess around and take them, and like make little videos of myself talking to myself about things and stuff, and like beatboxing and talking. But then remember I had like this little, I forgot what it was called, this little pocket camera. I remember I made this video called Cucamonga. It was me chasing my Boston Terrier. Um, yeah, it was just really silly. It was just really funny. And I want to be one of those people that, don't like to turn down when I want to have fun, when something is exciting and creative. So I made a really terrible video on Windows.
The movie maker.
Yeah, absolutely. Where
Movie
everything
maker.
is painstaking.
Beatboxing. So you're a hip hop fan, or?
Yeah. I like hip hop and things of that nature. Obviously a lot of people like to break it up in eras and things of that nature, but it's whatever really like makes me feel good and makes me want to jive to. Cause like, strangely enough, like I obviously everyone knows who Rihanna is, but like I recently heard the new album called Anti. It's really interesting, and it's not necessarily hip hop, like it's well composed, it's really good, it's interesting, and that's not something that like I would normally be like, oh man, have you heard this song from Rihanna? You know what I mean? So yes, I like hip hop, but I like everything. If it's really good, I don't care if it's a girl, a guy, whoever sings it, but just like computer generated music, like if it's good, it's good. I don't like it. I like it. So to kind of answer that whole question.
So, but is it the typical? I don't listen to country. Like the following is part of. Is
Man,
that part of that
I
subject?
mean, like, that's awesome.
Because that's I mean that's the thing with a lot of people, and like I understand that attitude because I personally I'm a fan of like basically like country before 1989. I think it's kind of when it just like completely nosedive off the
Who would
cliff.
be 1989? I don't really know a lot about country. Like,
Well, it's just like the corporate injection into country music. I think starts right around 1989. Like there's this guy, I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but they had like this the Bakersfield sound, and it's this country out of California, and I think it's beautiful. It's reflective of the times and everything, and it does have this pop influence in it, but it doesn't have that corporate synergy feel where now it's like they're doing country songs about MySpace. What is country about MySpace? I don't.
I get it. Sometimes music takes off the beaten path. Um, but yeah, I don't dislike country. There's nothing, if it's good, it's good. You know what I mean? I'm not someone like it would be impossible for me to probably name like five of them.
You know Johnny Cash at least, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Johnny
Okay.
Cash used to be my background. Or I think it's still my background. My screensaver. It was a quote about something about doing something incorrect or doing something that just don't do it again. Like move on forward. Like don't frown upon something. That's Johnny Cash. But yeah, no, that's for sure.
It's interesting to hear. Just like Johnny Cash is just kind of like he's like that country exception. Like
Yeah.
everybody seems to like Johnny Cash. There's something really universal about that man and his music and his voice, and it's just to me he's just this very fascinating figure because it's just like I'm from Michigan. I'm from the middle of the sticks, man. And you're from Hialeah, but we both, we like this guy, and his subject matter is kind of universal, but you know, I expect the appeal to be larger, in my demographical area than yours, and it's
Mm-hmm.
just, it's really interesting that he is kind of that figure in the world.
I guess
Power of music.
that's when you're universal, man. Like you're a person that's universal, and things change. Like anything in the world, if it's good, it's good. It's gonna affect somebody. A lot of people have made videos that they don't really or have no interest of being a person like a director. You know what I mean? Similar to maybe Johnny Cash. And they make something and they make something, and then some person sees it and is suggesting, and then it catches on. And if it's vivacious and it makes people feel a certain way, it's like I said, feelings. You sell people feelings. That's the way it is. And it's universal. And his music's good. It makes you jive. It's kind of like Bob Marley. You
Yeah,
feel me? Like the
yeah,
reggae. He's like Johnny Cash would be like.
yeah. I mean, I can't say I listen to reggae, but I
You,
listen to Bob Marley every once in a
yeah, you
while.
feel what I mean. So it'd be like that. If someone says, "Oh, Johnny Cash," be like, "Oh, I know that song." Absolutely, but I don't really listen to it. So it's kind of like relatable.
Now, I noticed the Charizard sticker. Are you a
Oh yeah,
big
no, I love
Pokemon or?
Pokemon. Yeah, I've probably successfully had. I think last year. I think I had a Pokemon birthday last year. I can't really remember. But yeah, probably like 4 or 5 years of Pokemon birthdays back to back. Yeah, I think Pokemon birthdays are great. I think Pokemon's exceptional. I'm like still like I think the 100 was it the 150 the original.
Yeah.
It's been a while, but I don't avidly practice. I have hats and shirts and stuff like that. But yeah, I like Pokemon. Pokemon's great. It's like one of those like little glimpses back to being little, getting nosebleeds, playing on my Game Boy, and just like getting super stoked. To like I had Blastoise, so it was like my super favorite. And then a good friend gave me the sticker. That's why I put it on my bike.
Are you a casual gamer, hardcore
Oh,
gamer
I don't game
otherwise?
anymore. I sold everything. I sold
Aw.
everything. Yeah, it's not that I don't like playing games. Like I can understand like the fixation of how fun it is because I used to be that way, playing like Grand Theft Auto and things like that, and like or like Metal Gear Solid. Like like when I played, I liked playing. I liked playing a lot, but then eventually like I just didn't have time. I guess I had to be an adult, but whatever. Like overall, like I still understand the fascination. Also, you're like, I don't understand. I was like, I totally like leave this man alone, like or leave this girl alone. They're gaming, dude. Like
Yeah.
there's something going on right now. Like some
It,
messing around with
it's
this
like
person's
it's like reading
existence.
a good book. You get into it.
Yeah, yeah. I have no objection towards people playing, and people are subjective. But no, for sure. I think people should. If it's dope, it's dope. Sometimes it's really therapeutic too. To kind of like you meet new people. Some people don't have that vice,
Yeah.
that or that expression. Like there's times where like you know what I mean. Like it's a community. Like no matter if it's a
Yeah.
shitty community. Excuse me, I didn't curse, but
It's
you
fine.
know, no matter if it's a kind of a terrible community with sometimes people saying super bad words and stuff like that. Some people it's like it's a deeper connection, and then you add them, and then like you're cool, and then at 8 o'clock so and so's on, and they want to play with you, and like yeah, it's virtual, but like I understand gaming completely because I used to like playing games like Call of Duty. Um, I was a Nintendo 64 fan.
I am actively on the hunt for a cheap Nintendo 64 because I found out you can play import games, and all you have to do is get a
Import games?
yeah,
What would that
like
be?
foreign country games, like
Oh,
Japanese
okay,
games,
okay,
European
okay,
games,
okay.
and all you gotta do is like take off. You gotta split the game in half, and then just put on an American back, and then it'll play in the American system because the copyright protection thing is literally like these little knobs or whatever for the 64, and there's a Virtua Pro Wrestling 2 or something. It's like the greatest wrestling game ever, but it was only available in Japan. But everybody wants like $100 on eBay for 64s, and I'm just like you, man. I don't have the time. It's not worth the money. And I just bought Demon Souls the other day because it was $3, and
That's for what platform? For
PlayStation 3.
Oh, okay, okay.
And like I'm already like I played the thing for like 20 minutes and I already realized like this is going to be a major time commitment for me to play this, and I want to play it, but it's like I have a movie to edit, I have bills to pay, I have to go to job interviews, and yeah,
I
as I
get
get
it.
older,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
it's hard.
it's kind of time restricted, but yeah. Still, I back up my statement and back it up. I understand the jive. Like I love people
Yeah.
like doing.
I got my girlfriend into Fables and she loves it, but
I
just
played it
no time to
very slow
play.
amount because it came with.
Stop.
That sounds terrible.
So, like, was there a movie or anything that really has inspired your video photo style?
I don't know. Like, I feel like, I like horror movies. That's something that really makes me sound strange happy. Like, I like watching horror movies because they're just so. It's just infectious to kind of watch, like, the process of, like, how complicated it is to get things to look really bloody and it's just so fascinating, honestly. Like, it's fascinating to know that that's, like, also acceptable. Like, we like that. That's like genre. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of like it's just the beast nature of it. And I'm really one of those people that kind of like when I look at people, like, I understand. I try to understand, like, the purpose of, like, why people do things, like, and why is it, like, such an important process, like, and it is like that's why some people were, like, very, like, negative towards it. But in the specific, I mean, that's just the fascination of why I like horror films, and I guess, like, the most inspirational horror film. Oh man, like, inspirational horror film that kind of drives me. Uh, Man, we're gonna come back to that. You know what I mean? We're gonna come back to that. I'm gonna come back to that because that's
Oh well, I mean, I think of the recent ones are like Saw, but then we go back to like the Freddy Jason stuff, and then before that we've got Rosemary's Baby.
those are dope. Yeah, no doubt. Like, I've definitely seen them. Yeah, no doubt. I think that movie's exceptional, and it's also, like, way ahead of its time. Like, super ahead of its time. And it has a lot of value to it.
I just saw Rosemary's Baby for the first time a little while ago, and I was just like, that movie is creepy.
But you can see how that movie has influenced, like, so
Oh
many of those
yeah.
pregnancy movies. You know what I mean? Like, baby comes out, it's a demon, which is pretty exciting to know. Like, but it's pretty exciting. You know.
I just feel like modern horror is really kind of geared towards the shock as opposed to like the mental aspects that I really took away from Rosemary's Baby because like everything everybody was saying to her was basically driving her insane. Whereas now it's just like, oh, this dude's gonna pop up behind a wall and scare you, and the whole audience just but they're not like trying to really get cerebral with it. Like I haven't had a lot of experience with modern horror, but that was just like my takeaway
Yeah,
in the
yeah, I
last
can
few
jive
I've
with that.
seen.
I can jive with that. I don't know. It was one of those movies that I don't know. I'm still, like, I'm desperate in my mind to be like, oh man, this is the movie that made me feel this way about horror films. But, like, I've seen so many, so it's really hard. I guess I'll name one that I saw recently that I really, really liked. It's Caroline, not Caroline, the
The
cartoon movie.
cartoon, yeah.
It's this one where this girl, she's like a vet assistant, and she falls in love with these guys, and, like, obviously it's a horror movie, so there's something bad happens to these guys. I don't want to ruin it. Oh man, it's really good. Yeah, it's really good. I think it's really interesting. It's unique. It's charismatic, and I love movies that are horror and, like, have, like, this charm to it. Like you kind of laugh and you're watching someone.
Hey, enjoy
As
it.
bad as it sounds, but it's funny. It's just funny the way, like, how she entertains these guys. It's
All
great.
right. Well, kind of down to the end of the line here. This thing
Yeah.
only records 20 minutes at a
Sure.
time at high quality. So, is there any closing thoughts you want to give? Anything you want to say to the world if they end up watching the video?
Oh man. Just be happy. Just be really smart and don't waste your time. I recently turned 25 years old, and I think the biggest blessing is to realize that I have time, not a lot of it, but there's time, and it's real, and it's happening. And cherish the moments, reflect, think. Don't just make decisions because you feel like it's the right decision to make. And again, my name is Steven, and follow me either on Fix City, FXD City, together, or Rotten Box, ROTTN Box Films. And it was a pleasure meeting and talking to all the virtual people who will see this. And thank you, John, for the opportunity. Appreciate you.
Thanks.